What's going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. We're over here at Mr. Electrician's house, and we got my ASIC mining shed directly behind me, packed full of Bitcoin, Caspa, and Dogecoin ASIC miners. But I also have a huge passion for DePIN projects, like this guy right here. And what is this? This is a Geodnet DePIN miner. And what is that? What does that even mean? Well, Geodnet is kind of like GPS on steroids using a technology called RTK. Think of GPS kind of gets you in the general area of where you want to be versus RTK technology gets you within centimeters, which why is that important? Well, look at things like automated cars or autonomous cars or self-driving lawnmowers. Do you want your lawnmower driving through your flower bed? No. So you want to be up to centimeter accuracy. And that's what the Geodnet project brings to the table. And well, I have one of these already. I've done a video on this already, installing one of these back home at my house. And guess what? For all you ROI nerds, yes, I ROI'd in 10 months. I installed this unit back at my house back in July of 2024, and we have earned 3,220 Geodnet tokens, bringing in $720. Yes, we've ROI'd in 10 months. What other investments do you have where you ROI in 10 months? DePIN is a massive industry that a lot of home miners are getting into, and I highly recommend it. So today, we're expanding to Geodnet number 2 over here at Mr. Electrician's house, thanks to the team over at Helium Deploy. All right, let's get our Geodnet unboxed, and then we're gonna get it installed. So this is actually the antenna for the Geodnet miner that will be mounted outside. That's gonna be most of the work today. But this unit will wire inside to the actual Geodnet miner. That's this unit right here, kind of the brains of the operation. You can see we have multiple different connections. We're gonna go over those in a few minutes here, but this is really it. Just connects via USB Type-C. We'll get that plugged in, connects via wireless, and that's it. So simple and easy. Now, it does come with this very long cable that's going to connect on the bottom side to our antenna radio, and then it's going to go ahead and connect inside to this unit. So let's go ahead and take a closer look to see exactly how we're going to run this cable and where we're going to mount this unit outside. All right, so here is what I'm thinking. This is our ASIC mining shed. It's an 11 by 11 shed. We'll do a quick sneak peek inside. If you guys have never seen it and you're new to the channel here, a quick little glimpse into the insanity inside here. But we actually are planning to install this outside here. You see that 2x4 post up there? We actually have a Weather XM unit right up there. It's actually Mr. Electrician's there. That's actually where we're going to go ahead and install this today. So you can see here, Mr. Electrician actually installed this. It's just a 2x4 post mounted to the back side of the shed and runs up to his Weather XM unit up there. Already another DePIN project that I like. I actually have 2 of these, and I'll go ahead and link some videos down below if you're interested. But what I'm thinking about doing is mounting the Geodnet unit directly to the top of that 2x4 there. And then we have to bring that wire down and actually get inside of the shed. Now it is wireless, so all we need is power. So let's go ahead and head inside here because we do need an outlet of some kind that we could go ahead and tap into. So that post is right around here. So I could almost come inside, but then I need to get over to here, which there's an outlet readily available. I'm hoping that cable is going to be long enough, but we'll figure something out to at least get by. All right, let's get to work. First thing we're going to do is bring down that post. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. So this all comes with the actual unit itself. And my thought is we want to mount it right here, but I can't mount it right up against here, right? We kind of have to be up above or almost out away from the Weather XM unit because it does come off of here a little bit. So what I'm thinking is of almost just taking a 2x4, placing it right here. So it's going to take us away from the actual Weather XM unit. And then we can mount this unit here. Now the Weather XM unit doesn't rotate, so we don't have to worry about it moving. And we can actually go as far as we want and as high as we want. Because the nice thing is this is entirely opened up to the sky here. There's nothing really around it, which is perfect for the Geodnet project. Now, it does come with these mounting brackets here, which will make it almost flush to the 2x4. There's another community member, Suburban Crypto, that makes these awesome Geodnet and Wingbits mounts, but he's completely out of them and has sold out of them, so we're gonna have to make do. So let me see what I can come up with today. All right, so this is what we came up with here. We mounted a second 2x4 to the top of this, put 3 screws in it. It's not going anywhere. These are the actual brackets that it does come with for the Geodnet. They're not terrible, but definitely something that could be improved upon. I did put a line down the middle as a guideline, kind of for my mounts to get everything lined up perfectly, as I don't want it to be angled or anything like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the unit and it's gonna get mounted pretty much just like this. And the second part, these little clips here that you guys see, will go on top to hold this in place. All right, we're coming together pretty dang good. Look at how this turned out here. Now, I did end up using different screws, and I'm not gonna lie. 1, these are these little rinky-dink ones, and 2, I lost one. So we decided to just use these little black drywall screws here. They'll do the trick, not the end of the world here. I did secure down the Weather XM a little bit better than what it was, and I got our cable connected. Look at that, that's perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use zip ties. We're gonna zip tie this lightly down, and then we're gonna run the zip ties down the entire post there. And then we're gonna have to figure out kind of our area of entry to get in. Zip ties are in place. The ones with the hoops are my best friend. So we got a few of them about halfway done. We're gonna wait to get it up and mounted before we do the rest. Now, Mr. Electrician did use these just, you know, several inch drywall screws. We're gonna go with kind of some heavier, dutier screws, some structural screws, just because of the fact of, you know, getting a little bit more money up on this quasi post that we have put together here, and want to make sure it's secured. All right, so the easy part is done here. Take a look. There's our Geodnet up there, looking good. Our cable's coming down and not cleaned up yet, but will be here very shortly. Secured in here now. Those construction structural screws, that thing's not going anywhere. So I'm thinking about bringing down the cable to about here and then popping through right here, kind of putting a hole directly through onto the other side. So, all right, we got progress. So we brought everything down, put in a little, I think the technical term is something like a drip loop here. And so where my thought is, you know, you're gonna have rain come down. And so instead of it following, going back up, it'll actually come down and drip off of this here. Same thing with the cable. You know, we tucked it underneath here. And so the nice thing is that water would come down and drip off, you know, try to avoid water going back in. So we tucked cabling underneath and then went right in up here, a little higher than I expected, but worked out well. Put some sealant there. And then let's jump over on the other side. Got plenty of slack, actually, more than what I anticipated, which is always nice. So you can see we got a decent amount inside here. And in there I actually used, I love this stuff, maybe more than I should, gaps and cracks here. So I did that first, filled it, let it dry to fill the hole from the inside, and then used our sealant on the outside. So what my thought is I want to get this cable over. We'll go around this side here. And I'm thinking about mounting the unit somewhere over here because I need to plug into power. I also need like a brick because it comes with just USB. And so I'm going to try to hit up a local gas station, see if they have one of the outlet plugs here to USB so I can plug in right here. So I'm thinking about mounting it somewhere right along this side. All right, the easy part's over. Now it's actually finishing the install and going ahead and configuring everything. All right, moment of truth. Our install is done. Let's take a look at this here. Heading inside, went ahead, brought our cable entirely over, brought it down, looped up all the slack, and yes, we did a zip tie cradle. Some of you guys know exactly what this is. So there's no mounting holes or bracket or anything. Maybe somebody's got like a 3D bracket where you can clip it in or something, but this is what I came up with. So we use zip ties to create a cradle, and then we zip tied it here to hold it in place. So it's not going anywhere, and it'll do the trick, which is nicely. Went ahead and got connected in to our Geodnet miner, USB cable, USB Type-C, put our slack here, zip tied down, ran to the gas station, picked up our plug, our brick, $20 later. Oh my gosh, should have remembered, buy off Amazon. So please buy one of these off Amazon before you have to go spend 20 bucks down the road at a gas station. So, all right, moment of truth. Underneath here is our power button. We're in the off position right now, and we're gonna go ahead and move it over. All right, power is on. Let's go ahead and give this thing a few minutes. All right, we have success. Our Geodnet is up and running here. Love to see it. Now jumping over to the computer, let's take a look at a few things real quick. So Geodnet has great documentation. So I'm not going to go through the whole process of like registering it and everything because of the fact there's a lot of private information, location-based information, and I don't want to dox myself. So I'm not going to go through that part in this video. But if you guys are interested in more about Geodnet, I have a full, more in-depth video. I'll put it directly down below if you're interested. Now, if you're interested in buying one of these units, you want to get in on Geodnet, I highly recommend it. Come on over here to heliumdeploy.com, go down to Geodnet. They have them for sale right now for $695. Looks like they will start shipping here May 14th, so keep that in mind. We are a few weeks out based off of when you guys are watching this video. So $695, but the nice thing is, I'll help you guys out. I partnered up with them. Hobbyist Miner 50 will save you guys $50 at checkout, bringing the price down to $645 over on Helium Deploy. Finally, something I've started using a lot of, the DePIN tracker, moken.io/DePIN tracker. This is a single pane of glass website for all of your DePIN projects. So you can view all of them up over here, the status of them, how they're performing, profitability, everything. So go over and check that out. DePIN tracker, I'll put a link down below. All right, let's step outside here. Love, love, love DePIN. I mean, it's so nice to be able to set something up. I set my other one up 10 months ago, and now we've already ROIed, and we're making profit per day based off that investment. It's just so easy. I mean, I haven't touched my Geodnet miner at my house since I installed it back in July. Well, guys, that's going to wrap things up for today. I'm going to leave links to everything down below that we talked about today. Love to get your thoughts and feedback on Geodnet. Are you guys running Geodnet right now? And if you are, how has it performed for you? How's it doing? How close are you to ROIing? I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.